Hello, babies. Uh, I'm literally having such a wonderful night. Why, you might ask? I got home, took me a shower, did my skincare routine, looked in the mirror, and just admired how pretty I am. And I just got some ice cream and I'm chilling, like, and listening to music. Like, I just love me being in solitude. Gives me like, it kind of like it gives me the okay in my brain to continue to share with the world, and not just in a way of content creation, but just in community, period. Like with people, like in everyday life, like just in community, like I said. But yeah, so I think so. I am in the luteal phase or whatever of my period, and so during this phase, I know like people be like, well, women be like, they like be very irritable and stuff. And I'll say yes, that be true for me for like when it first hit me that okay, dang, I'm in that phase. I get irritated by anything, like whatever, like, you know, like a normal girl. But or lady. But then I get to the point to where I just be thinking about everything. I be thinking about everything. I be analyzing everything, which I mean, I'm an overthinker anyway. But like my brother Deontay Cal say, do the knowledge. You have to do the knowledge. If you don't take every like, and then in 2026 where we're living in the same world as like the Epstein files, you think you wanna not take everything serious? Like, stuff is real out here. Like, it's real. It's so much evil. Like, it just blows me, honestly. I remember earlier I was thinking about, I'm like, who was the first one? You get what I'm saying with the Epstein files? Like, who was the first black person to be like, for this money you want me to do what? Okay, cool. Cause that person, I couldn't even imagine standing, because don't you know cause then after you accept the money and you go do these cruel, crazy things, now you gotta go recruit somebody. You gotta go get somebody. And they don't want just anybody. Like, you can't just bring a random person. No. They want somebody else that the public eyes on. They want somebody else that it's gonna affect people when they find out. You know how evil that is? That's why you gotta stay prayed up. This girl, I think it was a girl. I don't want to say girl. This person had commented on one of my shorts and was like, the short was about me saying like, God really be hearing us, whatever. And she commented, she was like, did God hear the cries of the people in blank or whatever? And I didn't respond, because I don't have a response, because like I said, when you look at it now, what is the answer to all this evilness for real? What is it? What's the answer to? It's like, that's why it's far beyond comprehension, to be honest. And like I said, I sit and think about everything. But yeah, let me get back on track with that. So in sitting and thinking about everything, when I'm in this phase, I genuinely like it be about current stuff. I'll say, around November last year, I realized I was going through like another spiritual awakening, is what people call them, whatever. Because I'm in a space where I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to kick with nobody. It ain't no beef or nothing like that. It just like, I really, and I posted before about just like, I used to go like some days and be like, you know, I just need to hear God. Like, especially when I feel like I ain't heard him in a minute, I need to go hear God. Like, for real. Like, I don't have an opinion on this and that, and I can speak and be nice still and cordial, but I don't have nothing to say because I'm trying to listen to what God is telling me. So around November time, like I said, I was having days like that here and there. But around November time, I'm like fully like, the only way I'm surviving is I'm just going to work, listening to God, like listening for God's word, and being a mom. Because that's the one thing I can't. I mean, you know, you can have little breaks or whatever, but that's the one thing I'm not putting down. Like, if God can keep me for anything on this earth, I pray that it's for that main reason, like my baby. Like, that's the only thing in this life I don't want to put down. I put down anything else. But I hate that. I hate to even speak like that. But so yeah, like that's the only thing that I still give my percentage to when I'm going through that stuff, or when I was going through that stuff or whatever. But this one was so good because the first time, I'm trying not to get emotional. But for real, Lord, let me say this without crying if I can, for real, because I really don't want to. So, the first time I went through my spiritual awakening, like, that I can remember going through, honey, I had to learn some stuff. I had to learn a lot of stuff. And the main thing I had to learn was people come and go. And that was around the time I think Nipsey had just died. And it was this viral clip going around of Lauren London. She did this interview. Well, it went right after, obviously, because she didn't talk about it for, but you know, it was when she did her first interview. She got up there. She said, you just gotta love on your people while they're here, because God gonna want them back. We on borrowed time. So, and she talked about like how we don't own a person, you know, and like to always be your individual self, and just a lot about like individuality and just understanding the cycle of life, period, in general, right? So I when I was going through it the first time, I had to learn that. I learned how to like be in relation to somebody without changing who I am, how I gotta show up, and all this and that. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I had to put on a more comfortable top, even though I love like how I look in pajama tops. Sleeping in them, I don't know if I could be able to do that. Pants too, because I don't normally sleep in pants either. But you know, I would wear it around the house, you know. But yeah, so I had learned a lot about that and like about myself or whatever, and like I learned how codependent I was, and how I just let one person like control my everything or whatever. Man, this past year in November, I tell you that you know, I'm sitting there, I'm trying to listen, I'm trying to hear God. Y'all want to know what I heard? The main thing that I heard was, most of this we already done talked about. And because you thought you had learned it, but you didn't see, like, I thought I had, once I had went through that, it in my, like, when I say in my brain and engraved in me, it was always that no matter who it is, you can leave. No matter who it is, you can leave. You can still walk in love. You can try again. You can start over. It's okay to start over. Like you started over before, and you started over again, and you started over again. So it's possible. So I really was sitting and I listened and I heard, like I said, I heard we done been through most of this before. And I think at that time it was cause, well, I ain't gonna say that time, but last year, so the year, I'll say 2024, I was straight crash out. And I ain't even gonna get into detail about how and what and why, but I was straight crash out. And I think it's because I had so much anger pent up, and it was just like, I ain't going for nothing. Like, I'm not about to keep, I ain't, no. So I was straight crashing out. 2025 is where I was literally, like, I was like, I'm done crashing for sure. Cause like, I'm done crashing, you got it. You know what I'm saying? But 2025, it gave, I'm done crashing, but God, I don't know how. I don't know how to let it go. I can't see it being let go. It don't even make sense when I'm thinking about it in my head of how I'm gonna let this go. So like when I say I really needed help, I needed help. Like it was nothing that I could lean on to my own understanding about it. Like I needed to hear him. And when I finally heard him, because like, mind you, my little black book, this little black book right here, this has been my journal and my diary and everything since 2018. The date exact, the first exact date that I wrote in this was 9/11/18. When I tell you, and I could, so fun fact, really quick, I could write more in this book, but like, I might can't write that much. Okay, so this is about how much I have left in this book, whatever. So you see, that's not much, but I decided. So my last writing in here, that is crazy. My last time writing in this book was September the 6th, 2025. So I decided to, fun fact, I decided to retire that book because it carries a lot of my hurt and a lot of deep cuts that I've taken, that I was like, I think I need a new journal because just opening that one cuts deep. And I don't know if y'all will make sense of that, but anyway. But my end of all of that, I'm saying to say that this little black book, I've written so many things about the things that I was going through at the time in 2025, that when I finally, like I said, September was the last time I wrote in here. By November, I had shut up. I couldn't say nothing. I just needed to listen. Like, I just needed to hear what God had to say for real. Because, and when he said we've learned this before, it kind of was like, dang, yeah, we've been through this before. We did. But I'm like, God, it's an added layer though. Like, And God was like, it's all equal. It's all equal. So, once I had gained my confidence in back in like the fact that I can start over again. It was kind of just that for me, and it's still that for me. So I think that's why I say all that to say that's why, like, in this phase I'm thinking about every single thing. It's because I genuinely don't want to move wrong. I've been really so I got to the point where God was like, we learned all this already, you know? And that was kind of like my answer prayer to everything that I had just went through and who I had become. And I just had to realize, like, oh, we did this before and it didn't work out like this. So let's just, you know? So that's what I did. So now my focus was, okay, I just need to take inventory and continue to focus on what my life look like, what my life feel like. So I look at my life right now and I'm like, it's cool, but I know for me personally, I want more. And I know everybody says that and everybody's serious about that, but when I tell you that I'm not even a materialistic person to even say like, I want 100 million. That's not me. I just want to be comfortable, and I just want my life to look like I want to wake up and like be like, okay, yeah, this is what you always envision. Like, I've always envisioned like being in some big city, living, you know, the young dream, but not overly, because I don't need to do all that popping it. I genuinely just wanted to always be comfortable, really, overly comfortable. But yeah, so yeah, I'm like, okay, how you want your life to look? What is the dream job? What do you want to wake up and do every day? What do you want to put some passion into every day? And that's kind of what fuels me now. Like, I'm trying to take everything serious. And then as I was sitting with God, like, all my ideas and stuff that I supposed to have been did or doing, it literally just came back to me. And it was kind of like, we gonna execute or what? Like, once you try, you never know. Like, it might take off from there. You ain't tried yet though, you know? So yeah. And so that's just how I've been tackling how I want my life to look, you know? And slowly but surely, I know, like, if I keep doing the little things and I keep pouring into what I say I want to do and continue to reach little goals and just keep, there's no way you're going to stay in the same spot if you're taking them small steps and turn them into big wins. There's no way. So yeah. Now, how my life feels to me. This one is like extra deep with me because, like I said, I'm not a more materialistic person. I'm more of a empathetic, like feeling affectionate type of person. So, and that's another thing that I'm currently learning too, is like, I gotta stop moving with so much emotion and just, I gotta put my logic up front, you know? But yeah, but that's how I normally am. Like, I move deeply in love. Like, and I'm not even talking about romantic right now. I'm talking about like just who I am and how I come and stuff. Like, the loyalty that I would like to uphold, and like, it's a couple things I even hate I did, because at the end of the day, it's like, I don't never want to be, and everybody gonna have their opinion of you, but I don't never want to be on the end of your character is terrible No, I never want to be that person. I won't, like, me personally, do what I rather hear. Oh yeah, Kendra, she got that money. She rich as fuck. Like she having. Yeah, that's cool. But I would so much rather hear, no, like, that's a good person, genuinely. Like, she ain't flogging, she ain't faking, like, her character, like, she has good character. Like, that's one thing you can't say about hers, because her character is, like, she gonna be who she is, you know? So, how my life feel to me, I am feeling that if I just, that weird stuff, that jealousy, that secret animosity, that fake love, that dishonesty, like, I don't want no parts, and I just don't want to be around it. I don't want to be associated with it. And on top of that, like, these men are trying to pursue me, or, you know, why do you think if I say I don't like this, I don't like that, why do you think I want to adjust for you? And I think I'm to the point now to where I'm like, I don't care. I don't care who you are. I'm not adjusting. I don't care if we got history. I don't care. Like, no, like, if I say I want to feel, and this is what I be talking about, like, because it be bare minimum shit that they just can't get. Like, if I want consistency, and that's mostly the biggest one. Like, be consistent at the very least. You know what I'm saying? At the very least. But I don't know. But I just know, like, now I don't care. And I just be like, if I start to, like, overthink about the situation, I'm like, yep, I'm gonna go ahead and fall back. And it I can't even give you no conversation, because I know for a fact I done tried to tell you at least once. And now, in the space that I'm at, I feel like it only takes one time for me to tell you, for you to get it. As grown people. Yeah, and then it's just, I don't know. So yeah, that's the only two things I'm focusing on right now, though, is how my life look and how my life feel. And like I said, when stuff don't feel good, I just unsubscribe from it. That's how I just sat up and got tired trying to talk to y'all. But yeah, so I guess this is just a mental check-in with me. Like I said, there's so much happening in the world. But it's like, you can't even pinpoint who to be angry at, because like I said, it's evil everywhere. It's disgustingly evil everywhere. Even most times with the people you talk to every day. Because they moving crazy. Crazy. But yeah, I hope that this video is not alarming, to say the least. But yeah, this has been a mental check-in. I'll be back with some more words and thoughts when I have them. I love y'all. Y'all have a good night, good weekend, and happy Valentine's Day. Love you. Morning, it's the next day. I kind of forgot in my video to say that, like, even though I have been going through that space of, like, not wanting to, like just trying to hear God or whatnot, and what he said to me, and how I've been executing it, I'm also in a pretty good headspace. Like, I feel good every day when I wake up, and I feel good when I do just one thing to help me keep going. So I felt like, I haven't even watched it back, but I felt like personally I just needed to say, like, I'm okay too. Like, I'm not in this space where, like, I'm going through this, so I don't know how to operate. I don't know what I should do right now. I don't know. I feel like, like I said, I literally heard God say, we've learned this before. And I feel like the thing that was holding me back, like, from prospering is the fact that I didn't learn my lesson the last time. So now that I kind of have gotten it, yeah, I one thing about it, you're right. We have learned this before, and I'm gonna move with grace and continue to strive for everything that I want. So yeah, I am in a good headspace. I just want to put that out there because I don't know if it gave the vibe that I was like down last night or something. I don't know. But anyway, good morning. This is now the end of this video. I hope y'all have a wonderful week, a wonderful Valentine's. I love y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, we're going up this year. Thank you.